Good morning, Tanya, for Monday, Chof Ches Kislev. We're middle of Perek Gimel, chapter 3 in Tanya. The Alter Rebbe, as we said in Perek Aleph, introduced the Nefesh HaBahamis. In Perek Gimel, Perek Beis introduced the Nefesh Elikis. Yesterday we explained about the Nefesh Elikis, how it operates, how it functions. The Nefesh Elikis has different levels of the neshama. These levels of the neshama are manifested with Eser through the Eser Koiches, which we explained is divided into Seichel and Midas. And when Seichel, which is Chochmah, Bina, and Das, they create the Midas. That's what we explained. And Alter Rebbe now is going to explain this a little bit more. So Alter Rebbe says this: Ki aseichel shebenefesh hamaskeles, the soul of the intellect. Kishmisbein umamik b'gdus Hashem, when the intellect in the rational soul contemplates and immerses itself in the greatness of Hashem. Eich hu memali kolam, how Hashem fulfills the worlds. V'sev kolam, how Hashem there's a Eir and a Chayes Eliki, and the world which is higher than the worlds. The Kulei Kla Choshev, and how when a person contemplates how Hashem encompasses all the worlds. So what's going to happen if a person has this contemplation property? Then no Midas Yiris Haremimus B'Meichei U'Mashafti. So what's going to happen is the midah of awe for the divine majesty will be born and aroused in his heart, in his mind, and his thought. He's going to fear and be humbled before Hashem's greatness, which is without any limit. And he will also be born a dread in Hashem's heart, the dread of Hashem in his heart. Now, next, his contemplation will give birth to the attributes of Chesed, expressed as a love of Hashem. And then, his heart will glow with intense love of Hashem, like a fiery flames with a passion, desire, and longing and yearning soul. Towards the greatness of Hashem. What does that mean? This is what's meant by klois hanefesh, which means a consuming passion of the soul. As it's written, my soul longs for you, indeed it faints. It says, my soul thirsts for Hashem. And again, my soul thirsts for you. So, the so intense can the love become that the soul literally risks from being consumed in the flames of love of Hashem and totally leaving the body. Now, this thirst of Hashem, whom you say the Eish B'Nefesh Elikis, comes from the element of fire in the divine soul, which because of Hativim, she said the Eish B'Lev, as students of natural science say, and in the Eitz Chaim it's written, the element of fire is in the heart, while the source of the element of water and moisture is in the brain. Which because of Eitz Chaim, Sharnun has explained in Eitz Chaim, Sharnun shibchinas chachma shnikas mayim shebnefesh elikis. This is the level of chachma, which is called the water of the divine soul. Now, Shar Midas Kula and the rest of the remaining 5 Midas, hate Anfi Ayira Va'ava B'Tal Deseh, they are offshoots and derivatives of fear and love. Malcolm Acher has explained in another place. Now, all the above explains why Chachma and Bina are called father and mother of Midas. So the Alter Rebbe explained that through the contemplation exercised by Chachma and Bina, the Midas are born. Chachma is called the father, because just as a drop of semen, which derives from the father's brain, comprises, in concentrated and concealed form, so all the organs of the child's body, similarly, the Chachma, the seminal point of Chachma, is concealed. And just as the mother reveals the child's organs from the concealed state and brings them to a state of completion, Bina reveals and expands and elucidates the concept of all the details. So Chachma and Bina create Chesed and Gevura. Now, so here we have a third intellectual faculty, and that's Das. So Das, too, explained earlier, is the mother, the source of the Midas. So what does it contribute? Mela Chachma and Bina, I understand. Chachma is the semen, it's like the drop. Bina is the expansion. So you have the Chachma and the Bina that create the Midas of Chesed and Gevura. What does Das do? The Alter Rebbe says, "V'adas hu meloshin v'ha'adam yada eschava." Das, its etymology can be found. The pasuk says, "And Adam knew Chava." Meloshin he skashus v'yischabers. This is a terminology which implies attachment and union. What does that mean? Shemekasher daite bekesher amitz v'chazak meid. That a person binds his mind with a very firm, strong bond. And he firmly affixes one's thoughts on the greatness of Hashem, and he doesn't divert his mind from it. Even a person who understands the greatness of Hashem, if he's not going to apply his das and fixes his thoughts firmly and diligently on his understanding of Hashem's greatness, he will not produce in his soul true fear and love. But only vain thoughts. He's only going to imagine that his fear of Hashem, that he has fear of Hashem and love of Hashem. True fear and love are attained only by the way of das. Therefore, das provides the substance and vitality of the midas. So it's called mother of the midas. It's another parent side by side with Chachma and Bina, because it's dafka through das that provides the substance and vitality of the midas. Kolel chesed ugvura comprises chesed and gvura. Pish ava v'anfel v'yir v'anfel. This is to say the love with those other midas that are its offshoots and fear with other offshoots. There's a story of one of the chassidim of the Rebbe Rashab, the Shmas Eden from the Babich. His name was the Rashbatz, the Shmuel Betzalel. And he explained the power of das. He says there was once a farmer that there was a very pashto farmer, and he did not know how to read anything. He didn't know how to read Hebrew. And one of the tafkidim of the Melamed was to one of this Melamed that was around was that he had to go and read any letters that came to the farmer. So one time a letter came to the farmer, and they told him that the farmer's father died. Now the farmer couldn't read, so he gave it to the Melamed that he should read him what the letter says. What happened? The farmer fainted. So the question is that this farmer, he just heard what the Melamed said. The Melamed understood the teichin inside. So the Melamed is the one who read it, and it's the farmer who just heard it and he faints. Rather, the farmer was his father, and therefore, since it was his father, he felt it very, very, very deeply. So that's the idea of das. Somebody can understand something, but it doesn't actually lead to tachlis. Doesn't lead to him not doing it or not doing it. So the seichel is not mashpia on the midas if you only have chachma and bina. Das is, like the Alter Rebbe says, it's mekash the seichel, that you should actually feel it, and it should actually lead to Ava and Yira in a real way.